Hello. So hello for today's look inside the book session, creatively called. So I have been talking with lots of different people on these calls, on these videos, with people who have created books with me in the past. So hello, I am Claire Clark and I help business owners create workbooks, planners, notebooks, journals, any kind of book you write inside. I help business owners create these, structure these, and position these in their business as lead generating tools, business building tools, and also a revenue generating income stream. I've got something in my eye. So that's what we do. So today we have Sarah Putland. So Sarah Putland was your recent graduate. That sounds good, doesn't it? She's a recent graduate of the Branded Business Books course. So this course is to help business owners create planners and journals and workbooks. And today we are going to talk about her new books, 2 books actually. But before we get into that, Sarah, tell us who you are, what you do, what you're about, and I'll get this thing out of my eye.
Okay. I'm Sarah Putland and I own my own children's nursery in Eastbourne. It's a very large nursery setting. And from that, I have become an ambassador for the Curiosity approach along the south and east of Sussex, and just set up my own consultancy business for early years. So this was perfect timing.
Yes. So tell us about the books you've created. I've got one here. And you got another one there. Let's have a see. Here's the duo of the books. I thought I had a copy of the planner as well, but I can't find it. There's a lot of books here though. So tell us about the books in any order you like.
Okay, so the first thing I did, I wrote a book called The Motivated Leader, and I noticed a lot through social media, through my own work down here in Southeast, that a lot of leaders in the early years are becoming demotivated. A lot are leaving the sector. And I thought that would be a good starting point to start my consultancy business. And I do work a lot with settings and childminders and schools. So I wrote the book in the summer holidays while on holiday, as you do. And to be honest, I didn't actually know. I knew about self-publishing on Amazon, but I didn't know how to go about it. And then I wanted to create a planner that went alongside the book. And that is when I came across Claire's website. And I did and ah whether to get you to do the planner or for me to do the course. And then I thought in the long run, for me to do the course would mean then I know then what I'm doing moving forward. Yeah. And it just happened that you could help me publish the book at the same time. So it all worked nicely. So the planner is for early years leaders, and it's to save time, really. It has in there things about their own well-being, how to plan it breaks it down into monthly, weekly, daily, things like supervisions that we have to do regularly, your own professional development, staff meetings, any projects that you want to do in your setting, any development you want to make. There's a page for everything in there. And I haven't dated it on purpose because I know if you come across a really, really good planner, it doesn't matter what time of the year it is, you want to start it.
You just want to start it, don't you? Yeah.
So this one can be started at any time of the year. You just add in the days in the month yourself.
Let's have a look again. Let's have a little look.
So that's the planner. And then inside...
I'm holding it up a bit.
So I know it's back to front, isn't it, on my screen?
No, it's all right, I think.
Oh, okay. So that's how a daily looks. You've got the times there and your priorities and what you want to achieve on that day. There is, at the beginning of a month, you've got your monthly overview, planning for your own wellbeing needs. And then a page for planning staff meetings and projects, and then it breaks it down into supervision, they're your own professional development record and supervision plan, and then a weekly plan there, and then you go into the daily.
Brilliant.
So the idea is to save time for managers and leaders, because there's so much we have to do now for the early years. So my way of thinking is if I can save time in people's organisation, it gives them time that they can work on the bits of the job that they love doing and get their motivation.
And other stuff, like you said, if they've got so much to do, if you can take what they do and make it easier and just, save time, it's going to be stuff that they should be doing anyway, and it's going to be stuff that they're going to be, they're going to be grappling around for different ways to do things. So I'm guessing that without your book, what are people going to be doing otherwise? They're going to be using a standard diary, possibly a notebook, possibly a whiteboard, possibly having it segmented all over, aren't they? And we know what happens there when you start to split things up, as things get lost or missed or forgotten or get tracked of. Is this something that now I don't know a lot about your industry, but is this something that if Ofsted were to appear and you shown them that you were using this, would that benefit them at all, do you think? Do you think
it might help with your management and leadership in your organisation, because you can show your staff meetings, how regularly you have them, and there's evidence in there for you to write up any actions, how you're planning for developments in your setting, how you plan for the supervision of staff, and even if you write down that this month you want to see these 4 people, and something happens, like that member of staff is off sick, or in early years you never know what's going to happen on the day, you can make a note of that in there and then move it on. So you can show, if they say to you, why haven't you done this person's supervision for 2 months or whatever, you can show them evidence of that.
And that's what they want, don't the assessors? They want to see evidence. They want to see a lot of they want to see you doing stuff in action, but they want to see it on paper. They want to see where you've logged it, where you've tracked it, where you've planned it, where you've ticked it off, where that's, they want to see all that. So I thought I'd just ask if that might be the case, and it is. So it's brilliant. Cool. So how did you find creating the book, doing the course? How was it?
Really enjoyable. I have a stationery fetish anyway, so
lots of people do that come on the course. Like,
I know. I've always bought every year, or every time I want to start something new in my setting, I always think a new notebook will always be fine. I'll get a new notebook. It will solve the problem, a new notebook and pen. So the fact that actually I've tried loads of different planners, like you said, diaries, notebooks. I love bullet journaling. But the time it took me to do my monthly layouts and weekly layouts, as much as I loved the colouring.
It's gone.
Yeah, it took me forever. And actually, I thought I was ending up doing the same format each week and each month. So doing this planner for me, I thought, right, this is what I need. So why not see if other people can make use of it too?
It's really interesting you say that, when you say this is what I need, because we get a lot of people come onto the course or the Done For You service, or if they're before that point where they're not sure, one of the questions they say is, well, I want this book, but it's only because I want it. So will it sell? Will it be useful for anybody else? And absolutely, some of the most successful books have been the ones where people have gone, I'm just making this because this is what I specifically need. You'll be surprised at how many other people need the same thing as you. Just because you can't find what you want doesn't mean there isn't people that want that as well. And again, niching down is super, super important. Like you've done, you've got reading niche in there, haven't you? It's not only just early years, it's leaders in early years. Brilliant. So what would you say if someone is thinking about creating a book for their business, or what would you say if someone is thinking about doing the course or working with the Done For You service?
I would do it. Because it's not just the planner. Doing the course has given me confidence now to actually, I'm starting to think, so for my nursery business, I'm starting to think, okay, we need, for example, continuous professional development for the staff. That's something that needs to be done. So actually I've made a book for each of my staff, my individual staff, to have, that they can update and writing every time we meet, or every time they have a supervision staff meeting, or they do an activity. So it means actually once you've done the course, you've got the confidence, even if you don't publish it on Amazon, you can make documents yourself for your own use. But also then it makes you think, oh, actually, I can create this and put this on Amazon now. And, you know, so it does build your confidence that you can do it, I think. And then once, you know, I actually thought, oh, who on earth's going to buy it? Or how do I launch it? How do I sell it? But it just kept selling, and it really quickly, because you know all the category. I know we had a bit of an issue, didn't we, with the colouring book?
Yep.
On Amazon.
So backstory there. So we got some really good categories for these books, appropriate categories based on early years, based on, you know, everything that's relevant.
Ofsted, everything.
The book that was right at the top of the category was the colouring book. So it was in the wrong category. It's like that book is hogging the #1 spot when you should have the #1 spot, because that's in the wrong category. We're like, get it out.
Yeah.
So we had a little word, didn't we? We had a little word with Amazon and said, just want to let you know that I think this might be slightly in the wrong place.
Yeah, I was very polite.
And that's always the way forward.
And it has taken a little while, but the colouring book is now hopefully in the right category. So
it's good for them. Nobody's going to find a colouring book in our section, so it's good for everybody.
So
and
I woke up in the morning and I was #1 and 2, which I was.
With both books, like which one's going to be? You're fighting with your own books, fighting for the bestseller #1, weren't they?
But it does become a little game when you first publish a book, doesn't it? You're checking your publishing account every day.
Just to see.
I know, but it's amazing how quickly you see the royalties go up and up and up.
Yeah, and that's brilliant, isn't it? Because that's another income stream as well. Not only are you creating something that's benefiting your business, that's going to actually help your business to be, you know, more effective, more successful. You know, these things make people happier, don't they? Not just because it's stationery, but if people can work better, if people have better systems at work, if there's less friction at work, everyone is happier, and that has a massive effect on everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah. And the other good advice that you gave was to put links in. So I did an emailing idea in my book, so in the hope that people would email me for further. It's always good to give something free away via email, but then that built up my emailing list.
Wow, so, brilliant.
I'm now in the middle of planning a course to go alongside all of this.
Brilliant.
So hopefully that will lead onto that. So it
so
opens
exciting, hasn't it? Just it's opened up all sorts for you. And this is how I talk about these books, right? It is wonderful to have something with your logo on and your brand on that looks and feels like you. It feels amazing. But there's no point that item just being a vanity product. It needs to be a cog within the rest of your business. And this is a brilliant example of how Sarah's book has been a cog in her business. Not only has it helped who it's intended to help, as in the nursery staff and the leaders, but also as it's coming, the cog is turning and it's bringing people into her email list. The cog is turning and it's bringing in another revenue stream. It's brilliant. I'm super, super proud of you. I've just had a quick look. You are still in the Amazon bestseller list with both books as well.
Oh, good. I haven't looked for a while because I got to #1 and 2 and I thought, that's it, I've done it. And
no, you're still in there. You're it has gone down a little bit. You're 14 and #2, but you're still in the bestseller, you know, the top 100 bestsellers. And if you think about how many books are on Amazon, even still being there is brilliant, right? Absolutely brilliant. So if you would like to have a little nosy at Sarah's books, I'm going to put her links in comments. If you would like to connect with her further, with her business, with who she is and what she does, where can they do that, Sarah? Can you let us know?
So I have got, my company is called Sarah Putland Early Years Consultancy, and we do have a website and a Facebook page as well, and Instagram.
And I will add those, I'm just adding it to comments now. I will add those into the comments as well down below so that you can have a look and link at those, whether it's just because you want to have a nosy at a book or whether because early years is your thing and you want to have a nosy, then go and see. And if you are interested in creating a book, please do contact me. However, depends where you're watching this. You could be on YouTube, you could be on Facebook. Contact me, jump in my DMs, jump in my message, jump on my website, which is www.iamclareclark.co.uk. Again, there'll be lots of information below. And if you just want to have a little nosy, you can see all the other books we've done before. And if you want to jump in and create a book, then I would be honoured to help you. So thank you, Sarah, so much for chatting to you today. I'm going to, you're going to have to let me know about how that email list keeps growing, because I would love to I'd love to know those stats. Yeah, brilliant.
And people have bought the book as well in different countries, because it tells you the countries. So it's gone, I think, America and Italy and
wow,
countries as well. So
brilliant. I'll have to get some stats from you, because I like to we like to be transparent. We like to know what really is happening with books and get all these numbers, so that when we can say to people, oh, your books are brilliant, we can go, well, this is why, because it did this to the email list, it did this to her visibility, it did this to such and such and such. Yeah. So it'd be lovely to catch up with you in a few weeks and find out how that's all going. Right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for listening, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you, Sarah. Bye.
Bye.